Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss tools to help create infographics. For those that are unfamiliar with infographics, also known as infograms, are ways to provide information visually using different images and tools. Here are some examples of infographics. These types of visual diagrams that also have information have been proven to help visual learners retain knowledge easier. So these are all infographics. You probably see them in your day-to-day lives all the time, and this is just what they're called. So today we're going to talk about how to create your own. The site we are going to use is called Canva. It's like canvas without the S, Canva. So let's go there, canva.com. This is their main webpage. It is a free software to use. You can make infographics, reports, slides, posters, and more. For today's purposes, we are going to focus only on infographics, but you can easily take the tools that you learned today and apply them if you're making posters or any other type of graphic designs. You will have to create an account first, but don't worry, it's free. So if you click on sign up, you are going to click on one of these options and then you can create an account. So you'll just fill out your information and you're going to get to a screen where it will give you an option to get a free version or a premium version. The premium version, you get more graphics, you get more content, more images that you can pull from, but you don't necessarily need that. You can still get a lot of stuff with the free version, so make sure you check mark the free version. Now to get started, I think the easiest way is to go over here and look at their templates. It's much easier to kind of vamp off of something that someone else has created. You can also click up here and search infographics, which as you can see is one of my previously searched items. And these give you all the templates that people have created. All of this can be edited, so every image, every text, every color, it can all be changed. So I think it's much easier to start with a template. Some of these templates that have the paid or the crown for pro on them, there are going to be some graphics. You can still use them, but you're going to have a watermark on them. So make sure that you look for one that doesn't have any icon in the corner. That means that it's free. So we'll just click on this one just because, and we'll hit customize this template. On this left-hand side, you have a menu to choose from to add shapes, upload images, add text, change the color, themes, or add backgrounds. So let's play around with this. To change the background here, you see how I hover my mouse and there's a purple box that pops up. If I click here, this green color is the color of my background, so I can change this. Let's say I'm going to change this to a red background. And then I'm going to click on this image. It's going to give me the two colors that are in this little picture right here. And I want this to be more of a yellow color. And I want to do this with all of them. So I'm going to make all of these yellow. So you just click on your color and hit yellow, yellow, see that one, I actually changed the color of the line, so I'm going to hit white again and then click on the correct tan color to change that to yellow. And then if you want to get rid of an image, you just click on it and you can hit the trash can. I like keeping the text because I'll delete this one. I just like double clicking in here and typing in what I would like to. So let's say I want to make an infographic for Banned Books Week. So I'm just going to start typing. And then up here, if you highlight, you can change your font if you'd like. Say I like this. You can change your size. You can change your color. I'll keep it white. And then if you click on this, it's going to give you lowercase. You can click again and do uppercase. You have your alignment, you have bullet points, you have spacing, all the things that you're probably familiar with Microsoft Word. And then once you get this four-pointed arrow, you can click and drag it around. And notice how I'm dragging around on the screen. I'm seeing a lot of purple lines, and these are tools to help you align it on your page. And it usually picks up how you can align it in regards to these other elements that we have on our page. So that's just a nice tool to use. All right, let's go to elements. Let's start with some pictures on here. Let's say banned books. I want to add a picture of books. I'm just going to search for books. And I want to pick on a picture that doesn't have the crown, because if I click on this crown one and I make it bigger for you so you can see, it has this Canva watermark on it. And that's going to show up if you download this. So some of you might not care, but I prefer not to have that on here. Let's say I like this one. So I'm going to click and drag it around on my screen. I can use the corners here to click and drag to make it smaller. Let's say I want it to be right here. And I'm looking at this purple line right in the center. That means it's going to be in the center of this yellow element here. And I'm just going to delete this. Let's say that here I want to write when Banned Book Week is. So this past year, Banned Books Week was September 18th to 24th. So I'm just going to write that. (2022). And this is way too small, so I am going to increase the size. And that looks about good. I'm going to move it, drag it a little bit more. I'm going to change the font. And I'm just going to pick a regular font. And if you click on this kind of rectangle looking thing on the side, you can shrink the width of your text box. Now let's add another element. Let's do censorship. Because Banned Books Week is all about not censoring books. So I am going to pick a graphic here that I like. Let's say I like this one. So I'm just going to click on here, shrink it down. Okay, now if I get rid of both text boxes, let's say I wanted to add text right here, I can click on the text option on the left-hand side. And they have different kind of genres. They also have some fun little word art here as well. I'm going to add a subheading. It doesn't really matter. You can change the size of all of these. You can just click on one. So I'm going to do Celebrate the Freedom to Read. All right, I want it to be the same font as this one. This one, if we click on it, it is this fancy font name. So I'm going to click on this, triple click to highlight everything here. And it has my most recent ones up here. I'm going to change the color. It looks like it matches this kind of peach color, but I actually want to do white. And then I'm just going to increase it to whatever I want it to be. And then if I click here, I can also change the text color here to white. There we go. And then let's do another element here. For something here, it doesn't really matter once again. Now this has a black background and I want to change that. So I'm going to click right here is the color of the picture. I'm going to change this to a gray color just because I want to show you guys what this does. All right, you see it changed the outline of our picture right here. And if you click on each picture, some of them will not give you the option to change colors, but some of them will, like this one. So whenever you click on a picture, you basically have to look up here to see if the color shows up in the square. All right, delete, delete. Here's a little tip if you wanted to add a text box, but you didn't want to go through the hassle of checking what the font you used and what the size you used. You can click on this, click on the three dots and hit copy, and then right click on your screen and hit paste, and click and drag that text box over. Then you can double click in here to highlight everything and type in what you want. All right, we're going to move that down. All right, and let's say, you know what? This is all we want. So we want to move some things around. So just click and drag on everything to center it up the way you like. Obviously, what I'm showing you here is very basic, but I want you to get the general idea of what you can do with these different templates on this site to create your own. You can also copy and paste your own images in here. So in this tab, let's say I wanted to add this to our infogram. So I'm going to right click and hit copy. And then once again, just right click and hit paste. And then I can move this right in the corner here if I'd like, and then I can get rid of that. Get rid of this, and then we're just gonna move things around on the screen. Best way to get used to this software is to play around with it. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. All right, so this is our little infogram that we just made. It's really simple, but once again, this menu on the side really helps with everything. And if you just wanted to see a few more things, the styles, these are preset kind of formats that have different colors and themes. So you can click on any one of these and it's going to change your theme. But if you ever do something and you start freaking out and say, oh no, what did I do? You can always click this undo button as many times as you need. And then the background, you can also choose just a fun little background if you didn't want to do a solid color. Of course, some of them are going to have the Canva watermark if you have to pay for them. So always just make sure that you're picking a free one. And then once again, you can always just click on a color here and revert back to whatever you'd like. Once you are finished, if you wanted to download this, click on the share button. And then they have links here if you wanted to print. You can pay to have them print your design and mail it to you, depending on what kind of size you want it to be on, what kind of materials you want to be on. But most people just want to download it, so click on the download button. And then it gives you an option of what type of file you'd like it to download as. I always like the PDF print. It's simple, it's easy. So you can click on that and hit the download button. And it's downloading. And then it'll pop up at the bottom of your screen. You can click on it and open it, and there you go. So this concludes our overview of infographics. This is a great way to spread information in a more appealing fashion. If you have any questions or run into any issues, you can always contact your local library and we would be happy to assist you.